Death in Astrology. Today I am taking a look at Pope Francis's chart, his astrology chart, and the time that he passed away. Death in astrology is not a popular topic, but I find it to be very interesting to understand the possible transits that occur in one's chart when someone passes away. So I thought it would, because he did pass away recently, it would be something interesting to look at, to get a better understanding of different transits that could be occurring in someone's chart at the time of their passing. So Pope Francis was born December 17th, 1936. I don't have a time, but he was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and he passed away April 21st, 2025, and the time of death was 7:35 a.m. local time. Rome, Italy is where he was located. I'm not going to go into his actual birth chart. I'm just looking at the transits and just different things that were occurring in his chart at the time of his passing. A couple of interesting things. Looking at this chart, this is a whole sign chart. Transiting Uranus, Mars, Pluto, and the moon were all sitting at angles in the chart. These are the transiting angles. Uranus was sitting at transiting ascendant, Mars at transiting IC, which is the bottom of the chart and transiting moon and Pluto were sitting at the transiting midheaven line. Very powerful angles that signalize shifts in life, in the living, and in death. Neptune has just recently moved into Aries. There's major symbolism of life, death, transforming. It also does have to do with illnesses related to death, to himself, because Aries does represent the self. And we knew that he was sick at the time of his passing. Pluto and the moon were sitting at the 6th house at 3 degrees conjunct the midheaven, transiting midheaven, as I just stated. They were also conjunct the natal moon. This also represents health issues, health crises related to death. Pluto conjunct the natal moon also is intense loss, emotional purging, the final letting go of life. Transiting Pluto and transiting moon next to this transiting midheaven also does represent his visible public life. He had a career that was very visible and had a legacy that he left on his own life. He was the Pope, a very important figurehead in the Catholic Church. And very interestingly, with Neptune moving into the sign of Aries, that also does, in general, represent religious shifts, spiritual shifts in society, different figureheads shifting. Uranus is in the 9th house, transiting Uranus in the 9th house in Taurus, conjunct the transiting ascendant. This is sudden shocks, sudden endings. Again, because it's at one of the higher points in the chart, he was a spiritual leader, was seen in the public eye, and Uranus represents sudden change, sudden endings, symbolic of a metaphysical passing from the physical to the spiritual plane. The transiting North Node was squaring to his natal sun and natal North Node in Capricorn in the 4th house. That's his own personal, private life. But with this transiting North Node squaring the sun and the North Node, it's his karmic or life path turning point, an ending to his life, passing away. And in the 4th house, that definitely does represent the very bottom of the chart. Again, it's an angle in the chart, very significant, especially with anything in life, any type of transformation, life changes in life. The angles in the chart are very important. Mars here sitting on this IC line, conjunct his natal Pluto in the 12th house. This represents, it's literally symbolic of death. Mars could have triggered the death. It could be his final moments of release, the final breath taking, again, passing from the physical life to the more spiritual plane. And because Mars, it was opposite to his natal Pluto, that also does, in the 6th house, also does show death related to health issues. I am not an expert in death and astrology charts by any means whatsoever. I just thought it'd be interesting to take a look at just different things occurring in his chart because he was such an influential person. He was a pope. He was very influential. I just thought it'd be interesting to take a look at maybe what was occurring in order to understand different transits that could signal or symbolize death in a birth chart to understand it better. If you see anything in this chart that I could have missed, please leave a comment below because this is something that I am very interested in learning and understanding more. I do astrology readings, personal and for trading and for crypto. My link is below. You can schedule a free 15-minute consultation where we can go through and talk about what you're interested in going over. Again, whether it's personal or for trading, for crypto, for both. It's a free 15-minute consultation. Link is below, and I'll talk to you soon. Like, subscribe, and share.